And number 3 that I received on Black Friday, along with the cherry wood and the black GR over here with the cap, is number 2 of 4 in the famous pack, Pendleton Wool IDs. I posted a picture of these on Instagram, and Mark Dolce, one of Nike's designers, was kind enough to say that his statement was along the lines of these look a little bit like a bespoke would have looked. I appreciate that. I'm happy when people can look at my designs and appreciate them as well, and coming from one of the elite Nike designers themselves who's made many, many, many shoes, to give me a statement like that, not just saying that they like it, but saying that this looks a little bit like a bespoke. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And continue to do the good work yourself, sir. Mark Dolce's Designs, when you dig in, you'll find out quite a few of the last shoes that have come out that have been great sellers for Nike and just overall good items were designed by that man himself. Salute. The Pendleton Wool is one of my favorites. I've been working with Pendleton Wool and looking at Pendleton Wool since it was prevalent on many Vans over time, and I think it's on a few more for Christmas themselves. They do an annual event with All Nations Skate Jam. Pendleton Wool is great stuff. As you'll attest if you've ever tried to buy one of their jackets, they're not cheap. To have this to work with, I've got another one in the can that's a red with this yellowish midsole that's coming, and a light tan one. I think that red one's going to be the best of the group, but this blue one I think turned out very, very well. I appreciate being able to use the eyelets. That gives it a little bit more of that bespoke type look. And I know Nike is probably holding back on their ID a little bit of stuff still so that we don't lose out and cancel the bespoke program up in New York. I don't think they ever have to worry about that, but you never can tell. Now, we did use suede here, a nice buttery suede for the swoosh and the heel. I wish I could have used the Pendleton Wool all the way over it and not had to go ahead and use that. That's a minor complaint, but it worked out okay. The Famous, all 4 of these are for a Famous pack. Walking around them all one day, my wife was having fun, and she says she thought it was quite funny when a young man mentioned that I was famous for my shoes, and she tells a great story about how I was recognized and that type of thing. So I decided to make a Famous pack. Next time, if I have one more letter, I might want to change it to Infamous, which would probably be a little bit more reflective, but oh well, life goes on. Gum bottoms on all 4. I'm very happy that we could use that leather midsole option in different colors. I think the yellow and the red here added overall to the pack itself, because the yellow tends to bring out a little bit of the yellow and the orange, the red as well. That works throughout the blues. And of course I threw in a little bit more yellow and red pop up here to present the overall blue, and yet to bring out the tones that work within this particular blue material. I thought it was really funny and quite apropos that the hang tag is the blue, and in this case it couldn't have worked out better because mine has a little bit of red rolling through it with the yellow, and that's the overall theme of the entire shoe anyway. So to have that hang tag in there couldn't have been more perfect for this shoe overall, if you ask me. Number 2 of 4, Nike and Pendleton Wool, and the fact that they'll let Pendleton brand it, I think is a step up as well. I think that will lead to overall better collaborations in the future if Nike is willing to share. The Famous part is kind of a tongue-in-cheek laughable item out of this pack. There are 4 in the pack. Haven't done the others that I've got in the can. I may go ahead and pull the trigger, but then again I might just hang off and see what comes about, because 4 Nike IDs out of the using one with each wool and 1 Roche run, I think that just might be enough. I think I'm reaching and wanting to do more. I'll probably kick myself one day for not doing more, but these 4, I think that pack might be something I can settle upon. And these will be on feet soon. I believe they came out very well. Hopefully everybody else agrees. If you don't, we all have different tastes. Life goes on. As always, you can reach me here. SamColt12 is the best place to get me for immediate conversations and replies. Ask me about things I'm selling here and there. I do like to check the notes and details on the Instagram, Twitter, and the rest, but this is where I take my main receptions at. And as well, I will continue to sell my shoes at goodshoes.com from my collection. They are bought at retailers or found with extra help from friends around the world at retailers. So they are not fakes. I had one person ask me how they could be sure. Well, I've been collecting for my entire life, wearing for my entire life. Most of my collection has videos on it, not everything, but there's quite a few that now are on the channel. And you can be assured that if I've got them from reasonable and reputable people, not people who vend fakes. We are quite often called upon at events through Heat Seeker's crew to look at a shoe and kind of point out, do we think it's a fake or not with someone, and we're glad to help. So I don't think I'm going to get snake bit. These are definitely not fakes. These are just simply a one of one. Appreciate everybody. See you at the shows and see you at goodshoes.com. Thanks for the support.